Have you ever wondered why so many of the things we use every day are marked with the four small words, Made in China? From tech titans like Apple and Samsung to fashion labels like Nike and Adidas. Nowadays, it appears that everyone manufactures their items in China. But how did China emerge as a manufacturing powerhouse? In 1978, China's GDP was a measly $200 billion, accounting for only 4% of the world's total economic production. Fast forward to today, and China's GDP has surged to a stunning $18 trillion. This accounts for around 17% of global economic activity. That's a gain of over 8,000%, and a significant portion of that growth may be ascribed to one thing. But why has manufacturing been so important to China's economic growth? Well, there are a few main reasons, first and foremost. Over the last 2 decades, China's manufacturing environment has become extremely complex and efficient. We're talking about clusters of suppliers, manufacturers, and logistics providers that are all placed close together, enabling for lightning-fast manufacturing and distribution of goods. In reality, China has become a significant manufacturer of raw materials for sectors such as electronics and textiles. This means that businesses who set up shop in China have easy access to everything they need to manufacture their products. China's manufacturing supremacy is comparable to having all the elements for a recipe right in your hands. It's not just about efficiency and convenience, it's also about cost. Labor expenses in China are much cheaper than in many other nations, making it an appealing destination for businesses wanting to keep manufacturing costs down. However, as Apple's CEO Tim Cook argues, there is a popular misperception about why corporations come to China. While low labor costs first drew firms to China, the country's trained workforce and superior manufacturing skills have kept them there. But how did China build such a strong manufacturing sector in the first place? It all began in 1978, with Deng Xiaoping leading the country's opening up and reforms. During this period, China began to transition from a centrally planned economy to a more market-oriented structure, paving the way for international investment and commerce. As a result of this economic revolution, numerous international businesses began to enter China and localize their operations, goods, and strategy. Some of these corporations have even established their major manufacturing facilities in China rather than their native nations. Voth, a German maker of machinery and technical equipment, is an excellent illustration of this. Voth originally entered the Chinese market in the 1970s, and in 1994, it formed its first joint venture in Kunshan. Voth has played an important role in exporting superior German engineering and technology to China over the years, and it is now a major supplier of paper manufacturing gear to China's rapidly expanding paper sector. In fact, Voth's Kunshan plant is currently the world's largest and most modern production facility for paper machines. China's industrial development, however, has benefited more than simply international enterprises. The Chinese government has also played an important role in promoting the growth of indigenous businesses, notably in crucial areas such as technology and electronics. The government has accomplished this by developing high-tech parks and industrial zones around the country. These special economic zones are intended to promote innovation, technological development, and high-tech manufacturing by bringing together universities, research institutes, startups, and existing businesses in close proximity. In recent years, China has developed over 1,000 of these innovation and technology hubs around the country, accounting for a remarkable 12 to 15% of total GDP. These high-tech parks work as concentrated hubs for R&D, sophisticated manufacturing, and the commercialization of breakthrough technology. However, the benefits of these high-tech parks go well beyond the enterprises that operate within them. They are also important sources of employment and economic growth in China. According to recent estimates, these parks generate millions of jobs each year, notably in high-skilled fields like as research and development, engineering, and sophisticated manufacturing. Jobs developed in these parks are frequently higher paying and demand more sophisticated abilities, which has helped China cultivate a highly qualified population. And because these parks are frequently placed in key places around the country, they have helped to stimulate economic growth and development in previously underserved areas. However, China's industrial dominance extends beyond high-tech parks and trained workers. The country is also a large producer of raw resources, which are required for any industrial powerhouse. Take steel as an example. China presently produces more than half of the world's steel, with output surpassing that of the next 10 largest manufacturers combined. The country is also a significant producer of aluminum, accounting for more than half of global output. Aluminum is a significant commodity in sectors such as aircraft, transportation, and packaging, making China a vital supplier to businesses throughout the world. The country is also a prominent participant in sectors such as cement and solar panels. In reality, China manufactures 80% of the world's solar panels, making it the dominant player in the global solar sector. China produces more than half of the world's cement, with a proportion that ranges from 51.1% in 2022 to 57.2% in 2020. China's raw material production and integration with industry have transformed the country into a worldwide powerhouse, outperforming many other countries in terms of output and efficiency. The production of raw materials and their integration with industry transform it into a worldwide powerhouse, outperforming many other nations in terms of productivity and efficiency. Of course, none of this would be feasible without the assistance of the Chinese government. When China entered the World Trade Organization, WTO, in 2001, it was a watershed moment in the country's economic development and absorption into the global trading system. Another major event occurred in late 2001 as the United States began its 20-year occupation of Afghanistan. At a summit in Doha, the World Trade Organization voted to admit China as a full member. The incorporation of 1.3 billion people into the world's largest economic organization established Beijing as the heart of worldwide trade. From that point on, global commerce turned in favor of China. It gradually became the dominant commercial partner in Asia, Africa, Europe, and South America. Chinese manufacturing transformed the nation into a global factory. WTO rules and regulations boosted international investors' trust in the country's economic stability and development prospects. As a result, foreign direct investment (FDI) flooded into China, contributing cash, technology, and skills to help build its industrial sector. Domestic reforms. To meet WTO criteria, China has to execute a number of internal changes, including strengthening intellectual property rights protection, lowering state subsidies, and enabling foreign enterprises to operate more freely within its borders. These reforms provided a more fair playing field and an appealing environment for international companies. China made significant investments in infrastructure projects such as highways, ports, and airports to assist its burgeoning industrial sector and improve goods transit efficiency. In addition to the advantages of joining the WTO, China's abundance of natural resources has aided its growth as a manufacturing powerhouse. China possesses rare earth elements, coal, iron ore, and other resources necessary for industry. This indigenous supply of raw materials has helped Chinese firms keep manufacturing costs low and lessen their reliance on imports. China's WTO membership, internal reforms, infrastructural expenditures, low labor costs, and vast resources have converted the country into the world's largest manufacturing powerhouse. So what does all of this mean for the future of Chinese and global manufacturing? In recent decades, China has unquestionably emerged as a real industrial giant. The country's talented workforce, innovative manufacturing skills, supporting government regulations, and collaborative business climate have made it a popular location for enterprises from all over the world. Richard Baldwin, a professor of international economics at the Graduate Institute, Geneva, has claimed that China's industrialization is unparalleled. The last time the king of manufacturing was dethroned was shortly before World War I, when the United States overcame the United Kingdom. It took the United States nearly a century to reach the top. The move from China to the United States took roughly 15 or 20 years. Simply said, China's industrialization defies comparison. And that's where things stand right now. With China shutting down all U.S. manufacturing factories, we could be witnessing a pivotal moment in global trade relations and the future of American businesses abroad. But what do you think? Will this move force the U.S. to bring manufacturing back home, or are we heading for an even bigger economic showdown? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We're eager to hear what you have to say about what's next for both countries and the global economy. And don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to stay updated on the latest developments as this story unfolds. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.